If this is your first time doing yoga, please remember one thing. It's not about touching your toes. It's about what you learn on the way down. Be patient with yourself. Let's begin at the back of our mats in child's pose. On your next inhalation, begin to move your body forward and up, unraveling out of your child's pose. Begin to lift the hips up and push the heels down and push out through the palms and shoulders and come into a down dog. Keep a bend in your legs if you find it difficult for the moment to straighten your legs. That can come later with time and practice. Let's bend one knee and then the other, just getting our legs warmed up and ready for movement. Now bring your heels down and try to straighten out and lengthen through the back of the legs. No worries if you cannot straighten your legs yet, you can keep a bend in them also if that is more comfortable for you. Look towards your hands and let's prepare to move. We're going to move into a high plank position. Try to really roll the body out, moving through your spinal column as you come to a high plank. Gently bring your hips, chest, and forehead down to the mat. Put your elbows into the body and lift your upper body up, and then slowly bring your upper body down. Now let's push back and return into our down dog. Begin to walk your feet up the central line of your yoga mat, up towards your hands. When you reach the top, bring your feet side by side. Take each elbow with your opposite hand, and this is what we call a forward fold. Bend through the knees here if this is too challenging for you and you don't have the flexibility yet. Slowly come to standing here, rolling through the spine vertebra by vertebra until you're fully standing. Keeping the arms as they are and bringing them above your head, take a gentle back bend. We're moving from the core muscles here. Now straighten up through the spine and prepare to move to the left side. Keep your spine straight. We're only turning to the left, not moving forward or backwards. If you do not feel a deep stretch through the right side, go a little deeper. Now straighten up and come across to the other side, now bending to the right. Let's inhale ourselves back up to a straight standing position. Lifting through the arms and bringing them down by the side of your body. Now gently bend through the knees and scoop your arms forward, up and slightly behind you and bring them down as you move into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, release, forward fold and step your right leg back behind you. Moving into a low lunge. Exhale deeply, bring your hands either side of that front foot and step back to high plank. Knees come down, chest comes down, chin comes down and pull yourself forward and up to an up dog. Elbows in and look forward. Slowly bring your forehead down to the mat. Now slowly bending your right leg and bringing your right toes around and behind you, moving again into another wild thing. When your toes touch the ground, you start to elevate your hips up towards the ceiling and swing that right arm behind you as well, looking over in the same direction. Taking one big inhalation here, really lifting through the hips. Now slowly come down, bringing your right hand down beside your left at the front of the mat and bringing your belly, chest and forehead down. On the next inhalation, gently peel those shoulders back, look forward and then push back into a child's pose. Resting your forehead gently down onto the mat. And to move forward slowly, turning around your toes as you press up with the hips and back, bringing those heels down into down dog. Now begin to walk up the central line of your yoga mat. Bring your feet together at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Begin to roll through your vertebrae to a standing position. Sweep your arms up and back behind you, taking a gentle back bend, and then bring your hands to heart. The next inhalation, let's take a deeper sense of movement here, really swinging with those arms up, taking that back bend, and then bringing your whole body down, sweeping down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, stepping back with your left leg into your low lunge. One deep breath here, and as we exhale, slowly bringing those hands down and return your legs together into high plank. Moving through our chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, and then extending the body and lifting to up dog. Inhale deeply. And slowly bring your body down to the mat as you exhale, moving through your vertebra with total control. Gently bringing your forehead to the ground and lifting your left leg at a bend and bringing those left feet turned behind you. Again, moving into wild thing on the other side. And as we lift through the hips and extend through our left arm, taking our full wild thing, lifting those hips and focusing on our breathing. Let's all take a deep breath in together. Let's bring our left hand down beside the right and bring the body down to the mat. Inhale, bringing those shoulders back, lift to up dog. Exhale, bring your forehead down to the mat, and inhale, moving into child's pose. Resting that forehead gently down onto the mat and releasing any tension that you can through the neck and shoulders. Use your breathing as a method to do this. Inhale fully, pause, exhale fully, and just keep that rhythm going through the breath. That will help you to release tension in your body. Now let's move out of our child's pose and move into our tabletop foundation. Stepping the hands out under the shoulders and bringing those knees under the hips. And let's lift those knees and push back into a down dog. Begin to walk your feet up the central line of your yoga mat, again moving your way up to the hands at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Take each elbow in the opposite hand and rest again into your forward fold. Put a bend in your knees if this is too much on the lower back. Try to feel weightless here as you allow your upper body to completely relax on your thighs. Try to consciously release any tension you may be holding, in particular in the neck. Inhale, bring your fingertips down to the mat and halfway lengthen through the spine. Bend into your knees and take your hands behind the back and interlace the fingers. Allow the hands and arms just to hang down, releasing tension through the neck as well. No added pressure is necessary through the arms, just allow the weight of the arms to be the stretch itself. Again, bringing the focus back to that breath, the same breathing technique I just mentioned, and just keep that going here. Bring your weight into your heels and let's begin to unravel the body and come back to a standing position. Stretch the arms behind you and give a little counter stretch by allowing a little micro back bend. This should feel like a good release. Now release your arms completely and bring them to your sides. Inhale as you lift them up and connect the palms above your head. Again, a gentle back bend here, and as you exhale, slowly bring the hands to heart. Keeping the left leg just where it is, take a step back with your right leg. Left foot is pointing at 12 o'clock and right foot is pointing at 2 with your right leg. Inhale as you lift your arms above the head, and exhale as you bend into your left knee, moving in and out a couple of times. Now bring your hands onto your hip and face forward, face towards your frontal left foot. Bending like a hinge through the hips, come down and forward. We're going to start moving into our pyramid pose, so be respectful of your personal boundaries here, but if you can, bring those hands down to the ground and bring that body and forehead as close to that front left leg as you can. Maintaining your regular deep yogic breath here, and just allow your upper body to release and relax into your lower left leg. On the next inhalation, lifting up, halfway lengthen. Now you can begin to release that left knee, so move your way into that bend and extend back with your right leg and move into your high lunge. Now let's bring your hands down either side of your left foot and step back to high plank. Knees, chest and chin come down as you push yourself forward and into your up dog. We are going to take a couple of rounds of deep breaths here. Just try to remain comfortable, bring those shoulders back, look forward, remain relaxed, and just try to release any tension through the face, neck and shoulders. As we exhale, let's gently bring our chest and forehead down to the mat. Bending at the knee, lift your right foot and let's bring that right foot again behind us and down so that we can lift up into our wild thing. And slowly bring those hips down and release yourself from your wild thing. Bring your right hand beside the left and bring your chest and forehead down. Let's lift ourselves up and into our child's pose and then move into our down dog. Again, walking ourselves up the central line of the yoga mat up towards where the hands are and then bringing our feet side by side. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Begin to roll through your vertebra to a standing position. Inhale those arms back behind you. Bring your hands to heart. And prepare in the next inhalation to step back, this time with the left leg. Point your hips forward. Feet are at 10 and 12. Let's move into that right knee and bend into the leg a couple of times. Let's take one more bend into that right knee and then straighten up. Make sure that your hips are forward. Bring the hands onto the hips as well. And let's move into our pyramid on the other side. Moving like a hinge and slowly rotating your body forward and down. And then bringing your hands to the ground for a bit of added support. With practice, the aim is to bring your forehead down and onto that shin. Bring your focus to your breath, deep, slow breathing. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, bend into that right knee, step back a little with the left and lift into your high lunge. Deep breath in, and as we exhale, bring those hands down either side of that front foot, step to high plank, and then bring your knees, chest and chin down, moving forward and into your up dog. Now slowly start to release, bringing your chest and forehead back down onto the floor. Bend at the left knee now, and we're going to bring our left toes behind us as we then lift into our wild thing on the other side. Now let's begin to release by bringing our left hand down and moving the body down to the floor. Now let's push back into our child's pose. Now let's bring our focus inward, deepening the breath, lengthening the breath. Now let's come back to our present awareness and prepare to move out of our child's pose and into our tabletop foundation. From here, lifting those hips and pushing back to our down dog. Begin to walk up the central line of the mat up to where your hands are. Now slowly bring your bum down onto the ground and we're going to transition to a seated position. Extend both legs out in front of you and point those toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you lift up and lengthen, and exhale as you forward fold. Don't worry about touching your toes, just try to maintain a straight back as you move forward, and however far you come forward is fine. Try to relax in this position. Try to consciously release tension on your exhalations and try to not worry too much about exactly how well you're doing the posture. Just try to relax into it, however deep you can come in, and just try to focus on that breath. Begin to lift back your shoulders, head and neck, gently coming back to a seated position. From there, just scoot yourself forward a little bit and we're going to come into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Gently bring your whole body down onto the mat with your arms and hands behind you. Close your eyes and just focus on your breathing and just relax here. This is the moment in our yoga practice when we allow everything that we've just done to integrate into the body, integrate into the mind as well. Allow yourself to drift here and just focus on that breath. Feel free to stay here in your Shavasana if that's what you need right now, and if not, you can just start to stretch out the body a little bit and prepare for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Natasha and I release 3 classes on this channel every week. So be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon and not miss out. And I wish you a beautiful day. Namaste.